Hi, I'm one of the 10,000 students that go to school in Great Falls, and I'm going to tell you about how schools get money. Back in the late 1980s, Montana lawmakers made big changes to how we fund our public schools. You see, Montana is a big state with schools of all sizes. Some schools had plenty of money, while others were really suffering because they were underfunded. Great Falls is one of the largest school districts in Montana. So, the big question was, how do we make Montana's school funding fair for all communities, regardless of how big or small they are? Figuring out how to make a fair system is complicated. First off, to get all schools to spend the same amount of money for every student, lawmakers agreed to use the average cost per student. The cost is different for elementary and high school. High school's more expensive per student, dude. This average cost per student became the maximum budget for every school. They call it the cap. This is important. A school district cannot spend more than the cap. Lawmakers decided that all schools must spend 80% of the cap. This is called the base budget. It would be up to each community to decide if they want to spend any or all of the 20% above the base budget that they are allowed. For this 20%, each community must vote to tax itself. We do this with local mill levies. So, when a community votes on a general school levy, they are deciding how much of the 20% part of the cap they want to contribute. As costs go up, the cap goes up too. Here in Great Falls, it may seem like levies come up all the time, but that's exactly how the system was designed. Each time the cap goes up, it is important we vote to decide how much of the 20% local part we want to spend. If we don't pass levies, then our school district funding falls below the cap. Remember, the cap is the state average cost per student. In school, we think of average as just okay. But when it comes to school funding, being average is an A+.